how do you prepare for inheritance tax? And the person said it could be massive. So I guess they have a substantial portfolio of assets. Tax planning for inheritance taxes.
As far as I know, I am not a notary and I am not really a specialist for inheritance. But inheritance laws worldwide will depend on the nationality of the person and where the money is and where the person will die. So, because there are two levels to consider for inheritance. For example, in France, you don't have the right to disinherit your children. For example, I have some children, I can decide for 20% of my wealth, I can say I give it to a charity, for example, but I must leave 75% for my kids. And this is not at all the case in the US, as far as I know. And maybe it depends in the US on the state where you are. So you have first to consider who are the heirs, depending on the law applicable. And then the taxation comes. And but the taxation will not decide who are the heirs. They will only state we know the heirs first, and then the taxation applies. So we have some schemes in France to avoid inheritance rights, which are mainly life insurance. That would be the first tool to use.
Okay, so you definitely that the systems in the US and France are very different. The France, as you pointed out, has forced heirship rules, which the US does not. And
really, if you have some questions, if a client has some questions about that, I will transfer him to a notary who can speak English.
Yeah. Okay. So
because really, this is not the matter of chartered accountants.
Okay, understood.
We must deal with day-to-day taxes.
Right. So it's a highly specialized area. Same in the US, of all the subcategories within tax, estate planning and estate matters is the area with the most litigation. So there's, it is very peculiar.
And really, it's very peculiar. And notaries have tools that I don't know at all. For example, in a case for a client, I have discovered they had made a contract when they married with a wife, and the solutions were depending on the countries where the real estate was. So in some countries they were in common, in some other countries they were apart, etc., etc. They can do that, the notaries, and it's not at all my competence.
Okay, so please reach out to myself or Hervé, and Hervé will point you in the direction.
And of course, if I have a question I cannot answer, I will transfer you to someone who could assist you.
All right, so please do reach out to Hervé directly, and he'll point you in the right direction. Okay.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.